Credit scores used to be the golden ticket to funding, but here's something that'll blow your mind. A 680 credit score today has about the same approval power as a 600 did just 5 years ago. The entire lending landscape has completely transformed.
That's such a jarring shift. I was just reading about a business owner with a 700 score who got denied 3 times in a row.
You know what's fascinating about this? The algorithms banks use now are so sophisticated that they can predict lending risk based on patterns most people don't even know exist, like how making multiple payments per month, even though it seems responsible, can actually flag you as a risk.
Hmm, that's counterintuitive. What other surprising factors are lenders looking at?
Well, here's where it gets really interesting. They're analyzing what I call your credit DNA. For example, if you have a 680 score but your oldest account is only 2 years old, that's like having a fancy car with no engine. Lenders can see right through it.
So it's not just about the number anymore, it's about the story behind it?
Exactly. And get this, recent data shows that about 70% of applicants with scores between 680 to 720 are getting denied because of what lenders call profile immaturity. That's banker speak for looks good on paper but lacks substance.
That must be incredibly frustrating for people who've worked so hard to get their scores up.
You know what's wild? I was looking at some lending statistics from last year, and the average age of credit for approved business loans was 7 years. 7 years, that's like needing a PhD when a bachelor's degree used to be enough.
Well, that explains why so many new business owners are struggling to get funding. What about those credit repair services that promise quick results?
Oh man, those quick fix solutions are like putting a band aid on a broken arm. Studies show that 65% of people who use credit repair services see their scores drop again within 18 months because they haven't fixed the underlying issues.
That's such a crucial point about building sustainable credit habits instead of just chasing numbers.
And here's another mind bender. Utilization patterns matter more than ever. Banks are using AI to analyze spending behaviors, and they can tell if you're living paycheck to paycheck, even if you're making all your payments on time.
Speaking of AI, how is technology changing the lending landscape?
This is where it gets really fascinating. Some lenders are now using machine learning to analyze everything from your social media presence to your business's online reviews. They can predict default rates with 80% accuracy just by looking at these alternative data points.
That's kind of scary when you think about it. What should people focus on if they want to be truly fundable in this new environment?
Well, the data shows three key factors. First, you need at least 4 years of credit history. Second, your credit mix should include at least three different types of credit. And third, this is the big one, your utilization should stay under 20% consistently for at least 12 months.
Those are some pretty specific benchmarks. Any other insider tips?
Here's something most people don't know. The timing of your credit applications matters enormously. Like applying for funding on a Tuesday morning increases your chances of approval by about 15% compared to Friday afternoons. Lenders are actually tracking these patterns.
That's such a specific detail that could make a real difference. What do you see coming next in this space?
Based on current trends, I think we're heading toward a completely different evaluation system. Some fintech companies are already testing models that don't use credit scores at all. They're looking at things like business revenue patterns and digital footprint instead.
So it sounds like we need to completely rethink how we approach credit and funding.
You know what? That's exactly right. The future of fundability isn't about gaming the system. It's about building a comprehensive financial profile that can stand up to increasingly sophisticated scrutiny. Because at the end of the day, 680 really is the new 600, and we all need to adjust our strategies accordingly. That's why what we are doing with the MAP strategy call is clutch. People need real direction, a readiness scan that actually tells them what's wrong, what's missing, and what to fix before applying. And listen, if you're listening right now and you have a 680 or better credit score, but still getting a no from lenders, text the word MAP to 414-348-5144. That's going to lock in your funding readiness scan. I'll show you the cracks in your profile before a lender ever gets a chance to reject you. Because here's the truth. Funding isn't just about looking good on paper, it's about being built to last.